What's going on, everybody? Victor here, and welcome to another project update for the merchant token MTO. I am extremely excited today because we will be not only going through the information about how to withdraw your referral tokens, which are the vesting period is coming to an end just next week. And we will also be releasing a new exciting, I would call it sub-project within MTO, that it is gonna allow you to be rewarded for being a token holder, or just like to be a community member that has been holding the tokens for so long. And just without further ado, let's just jump right now into that. I just can see a question on the chat right now where it's like, where are we in the roadmap? And I want to say that basically we are in stage 3. Let me just actually go and jump into the screen, sharing my screen so that we can actually just show that as well. Just 2 seconds. Was not planning into showing the website. So there you go. Here you can see my screen. You can go into the website, which is linked below. And if you just scroll down, this is actually the new website if you haven't yet seen it. And we can see here that we are on the second stage, basically, and we will be soon going to the third stage, which is Veil, and is the early alpha, and is coming actually this year directly. So you can actually go and check it out right now. But really exciting, something I actually wanted to share with you is this new project. Just bear in mind that what I will be reading to you is kind of like a draft of what we will be writing down on the website. You will be able to find all this information next week. Remember that the withdrawal of the tokens, it is going to be live on the 1st of July. Actually, should be the 6th, but we will start then. And I will just now give you all the details on how will that process will move forward. And you will be also able to go and check out all this information on this part of the website, which is docs.merchanttoken.org, and you will be able to find it here. It's going to appear somewhere around here. But what is really exciting is the new sub-project, I will call it, and is basically an NFT that we will be creating. And I know a lot of you will be thinking right now, what is a project like MTO gonna do with NFTs? And that is exactly the reason why we decided to go for NFTs. So let me just talk to you about, this is gonna be a reward system that we're gonna give, basically rewarding the community and the token holders that has been holding since the ICO. And the way this will work, you can actually read it right now here, but of course remember that this is still a draft, so certain things might change, but the overall idea will be as follow. So we have been investigating for the past, I would say, 6 months, I would say, actually, since December. We have been trying to look for an idea on how we can reward our token holders, the people that invested during the ICO. And the main requests that we have got from the community were either an airdrop or staking or something similar. And unfortunately, we cannot do staking. And we have explained this a lot of times before, but the main reason why we cannot go for the staking is literally we just want to avoid legal hurdles. We just don't want to get MTO to look as security right now, and the less that looks as a security, the better it is, because remember that right now, currently, MTO is being developed by a private company. It will eventually be decentralized, but right now it's developed by HIPS, which is a private company. And if this becomes a security, then it could potentially, and no one is saying it is 100%, but it could potentially lead up to us being audited further than what we are right now, or getting certain kind of like legal problems that could potentially slow down the process of the development. Even though though I want to remind you that the staking process, it is something that it is written on the white paper and it will happen, but once the project becomes decentralized, because at that point it will not be a hurdle anymore, or it will not be something that could slow down the project itself or the development itself. So with that out of the way, we cannot do staking. Again, we have been requested a ton to do airdrops, and to be honest, it always went against my nature. I hate airdrops. I just don't feel, personally speaking, that that's something worth it. However, I did went and do my research, and I kind of like find out that I was kind of like on the right side. Of course, there is a deeper explanation for this, but basically giving away either free tokens or free money to people, just airdropping them, is, first of all, is not going to be enough, because it's not going to be fair, because people are not going to feel rewarded. Those who invested a ton of money during the ICO are not going to feel rewarded if I give them, I don't know, $10 or something. And remember, there are 60,000 people at least that got into the ICO. There are more than that, actually, about 60,000 addresses, but more than that, people that actually invested with different kind of accounts and stuff. So because that, of course, as well, even flooding the market with extra free tokens, that will just be negative for the price. So at this point, we just decided actually to move forward and go for an idea that actually was given to us by certain communities. I have actually seen it on Twitter, I have seen it on Telegram, and this is just to actually remind you that we do listen to you guys. Sometimes we just don't act straight away, sometimes we just don't confirm to you straight away what we're doing, but we are actually adding to you. And what we will be doing basically is an NFT reward system. The way we will be doing this, again, is going to work like that. We're going to create a series of NFTs, and I want to clarify that we do keep the right or reserve the right to create further NFTs in the future, but the ones that will be created right now for the ICO members, for the ones that have done referrals, and for the ones that locked tokens, these NFTs will be rare and limited. The ones that will be minted for this purpose, they will not be copied ever again, because the whole point of creating an NFT is for it to be rare, of course. So what is going to be, I'm not going to share with you any details yet, but I will keep you updated in the next few weeks, because I will be working on that. But we will be basically working on a virtual card, something that will have the MTO logo, and that hopefully and potentially we could use in the future, even print it maybe physically for us to send it to whoever wants to eventually get that printed. Of course, bear in mind that there will be some fees for that. But most importantly, the idea that we have is to make it a card that will have a really, really nice artistic design, that will have actually something related to MTO. We are actually focusing on the Norse gods, because it's actually our theme on the roadmap. And most importantly, it has to be extremely high quality. There will be an animation, and it also will be in 3D. The reason why the idea of it being in 3D is because we want it to be future-proof, so that people or whoever owns it in the future, if possible, I'm not confirming that this is going to be possible 100%, but I want it to be future-proof, that it could potentially be used in the metaverse, because we never know how it's going to be the metaverse and when it's going to come, but we do want that card or that NFT to be able to be, kind of like you get it and you get it out on your metaverse as well. Why NFTs and why we chose this? So the first thing is NFTs has been a huge hype in the past couple of years, I would say. And most importantly, literally the last year. And there was no way so far for us to integrate NFTs into our project, because our project being specifically financial and transactional, there was no way for us to integrate that and generate hype on that. So we actually managed, by creating these cards that again is going to be rare and limited, we will be tapping into that user base as well. So at the beginning and during this, I would say I don't really have a plan on when specifically the NFTs will be released, but it's going to be about 6 months to a year. I'm currently working on them. I have, we literally have been in the past few months, in the past couple of months, I would say, after we decided to go for this project, we have been choosing the artists, we have been choosing who's going to be working on the smart contracts and all these kind of things. And we literally just decided last week who's going to be the artist, and we will be moving forward. Also, I want to say that we will be giving basically the job to create the smart contracts for the NFTs to a community member, which has been extremely positive and really supportive about the group in the main chat. I contact him directly, and we will be basically working with him directly. So he will be creating the smart contract for the NFTs. How will it work? So the idea that we have right now is we will create one NFT card that will be given to every single person who participated in the ICO. So no matter what, as long as you bought during the ICO, you will get an NFT card. Bear in mind as well that NFTs will be created most likely in the Solana network just for gas fees purposes. And so basically you will have to pay the gas fee for that, but just to remind you that it's going to be like less than $1 or something like that. Then one NFT card will be created and distributed to those who participated in the ICO, have earned referral tokens, and decided to lock those tokens for an extra period of time. So the tokens have been vested for a year after the ICO ended. You will be able to withdraw them or to request the withdrawal for them. And again, I will give you the details on that in a minute. But if you decide to lock your tokens for an extra period of time, we will be creating 3 periods of times, which will be 1 year, 2 years, and 3 years. And we're going to get into that in a second. And if you decide to lock them, then you will get an extra NFT. You will get the NFT because you participated in the ICO, but you will also get an NFT because you referred someone. Then another NFT will be created and distributed to those who participated in the ICO and send their tokens back to the launchpad to lock them, because again, we will be giving back another NFT. So again, remember, all these NFTs will be cumulative. So you can actually have not all of them, but as many as you want, as long as you tick all the boxes, basically. So if you decide to lock the tokens that you have, it could be not only the ones that you bought during the ICO, but if you keep buying even more and you decide to lock them, you will actually get rewarded with another NFT in this case. And then we will have 3 more NFTs, 3 different NFTs. And these will be the rarest one, of course, because of course here, as I say, there are a ton of people that participated in the ICO. It is going to be still rare for the amount of people that we want to reach with this project, but this is going to be the less rare one. The ones that actually made the referrals, because it's not everybody, that's going to be another rare NFT. This one that is going to be people who actually bought and decide to lock their tokens again, they can even get an extra one, and this, I'm assuming not everybody will do that, so that could be as well rare. But really important is the time that you decide to lock your tokens for eventually, because if you lock them for 12 months, you will get one NFT, one specific NFT. If you lock it for 24 months, you will get a different NFT, which is going to be rarer, like more rare, because of course not everybody will lock it for 24 months. And then if you lock it for 36 months, which is going to be 3 years, the tokens that you send back, then at that point you will get an even more rare NFTs. Then we will create another series of NFTs, which will be which will have different purposes. Most importantly, what I want to do is the whole point as well of creating NFTs or getting people to lock their tokens for NFTs is because I want to get as many people as possible to send tokens and lock them. So another thing that we will do on there is that we will create some NFTs that will be won as a lottery. You know, we will create, like, for instance, every NFT will have a certain amount of copies, and that will be won as a lottery. So the more tokens you send back and lock for the longer time, the more chances you will have to win the rarest NFT. On that as well, we will keep certain NFTs that we will distribute at our discretion. To give you an example, there has been some people that has been using that bought during the ICO a certain amount of money, like sometimes some people invested over 100K, something like that, and those people we do want to reward them specifically. So we will actually go for it, and we will go, for instance, the person who invested the most, and these kind of things, the person who invested and is still holding, you know, certain kind of things that we will definitely be rewarding them for that as well. So as I said before, these NFTs are cumulative, so you can actually get more than one. As I say, you cannot get them all because then it depends on which one you get, but definitely is a lot of them that you can get. And really, really important, something I want to say, why this is not like staking, because of course, we are not giving you something that inherently have value. This is just, we're just giving to you a nice image, an artistic image to you. It will be depending on you if once you receive it, if you decide to sell it, or if someone decides to buy it from you. So that would be a completely different scenario, and it's up to you what you want to do. However, because we want this sub-project, the NFTs, to be helpful for everybody within the community, we will add within the smart contract of the NFT a tax, a 5% tax for every single time any NFT is transacted. So if in the future you decide to sell that NFT, and we are lucky enough you sell it, like depending how much it will be sold for, 5% of that transaction will automatically go to a wallet which will be converted into MTOs. And that wallet will then be up to the community. It will depend on what we want to do. So it will be up to the community to make a vote for that, to what are we going to do with those tokens in there. So of course it's not going to be done straight away. Most likely it's going to be done when the project launches. So hopefully the value of those MTOs will go up as well. But most importantly, we will give basically two options, which is going to be either burn all those tokens that were gained from there, or potentially doing an airdrop and giving them back to everybody who invested in the ICO, or every community member, or then that again, this is something that it will be decided by you. Something else as well, out of that 5%, there will be a tiny percentage that will go back, that will be converted into MTO, and that percentage will go to the developers of the smart contract and to the artists. So I just wanted to clarify that, but it's of course going to be a small portion as well. We just want these people to feel rewarded as well for the work that they are doing as well. So that leads me basically to the details about the referral tokens. So the first thing that you need to understand is that we will not be paying the gas fees for the withdrawal of the referrals tokens. So that will be up to you. Really, really important, all the withdrawal addresses will be deleted. So you will need to add a new withdrawal address, and please make sure that is a withdrawal address that goes to a wallet that is not a centralized exchange. So we advise you MetaMask, Trust Wallet. There are a ton of wallets that you can use. You can actually go and check them here. Here, compatible mobile app tokens. These are all the wallets that you can actually use. So these are the ones that we advise you to set it up. Otherwise, guys, you could potentially just lose your tokens, and there is no way that we can actually recover them as well in that case. So once you have added the withdrawal address in the app, so only after you added the withdrawal address in the app, you will have to send 0.02 ethers, which is at the moment of talking, it was somewhere around $20 or $10 or something like that, which is for the gas fees. And that is because this is roughly how much it will cost us to send you the tokens, the referral tokens that you want to withdraw. Bear in mind that the withdrawal address must be entered before in the launchpad, as I say before sending the tokens here, because again, it's a smart contract, so it will automatically calculate that and basically link the two addresses and confirm that you actually made the payment. If you send if you send it before and you send a different amount that is not 0.02, the whole transaction will be invalidated and you will have to send Ethereum again. So bear that in mind. This is extremely, extremely important. So as I say, we set up for a 0.02 Ethereum withdrawal fee, and this will happen on 3 occasions. So the referral addresses, the referral tokens will be sent back to you in 3 batches. So all the tokens that were requested from the 1st of July, or the moment that we actually activate the withdrawal address, until the 31st of July at 11:59 UTC, confirmed on the blockchain, so it has to be confirmed on the blockchain. Those tokens will be sent to you on the 30th of August. Then the same basically will apply for all the tokens requested after the 31st of July and until the 31st of August at 23:59 UTC. Again, confirmed on the blockchain, and all these requested during the month of August basically will be processed on the 30th of September, and the same will happen for those requested on September that will be processed on the 31st of October. So also something really important that I want to say: if you don't claim your referral tokens and if you don't lock them, so you basically forget about these and you let them stay there, all those tokens after the 31st of October will be basically moved to a wallet. That wallet will basically stay there, and those tokens will be burned after 12 months of those tokens basically being there. You will still have chance to either claim your tokens, but again, there will be a different process for that. So it will not be the same gas fees, because we don't know how much the gas fee will be then later on, and it will take a longer time. So if you really want to withdraw them, just make sure that you do them before the 30th of September for that to happen. But again, you will still be able to lock them if you decide to lock them. That would be a lot easier as well. Or the tokens will be burned as I say here before as well. Something really important, every time, as I say, there is a batch coming out. The first one will be on the 30th of August. If the gas fee is higher than 0.02, it will not be sent the batch at that time, and it will be postponed one day until the gas fees fall below the 0.02 ethers. That's something I really wanted to clarify as well. So Again, guys, not only we are actually giving you the opportunity to win an NFT, so actually that's something that you should definitely be considering before deciding to withdraw your tokens or no. You can actually lock them as well. And something I want to clarify as well, the NFT program for you to lock or send tokens back will not yet be available for those who hold tokens outside of the launchpad. That will be coming in the next few months. As I said, the NFT is not yet ready, and it will be ready later on as well, but we wanted to give that opportunity to the ones that actually had referrals and invited people to join the ICO. Okay, guys, I can see that this has been quite long, but I really wanted to make sure that this was explained. Bear in mind that all this information will be available on the website, on the docs.merchanttoken.org after the 1st of July, so that you can go and check that out. And once that is available, we will be adding the links down below. So if you're actually watching this video after July, you will be able to find the links directly below. I do have a couple of questions that I want to answer on the chat, so just let me spend another few minutes here. So when are we going to receive our tokens? I'm assuming you're talking about the referrals, and literally the whole video was about that. Referral tokens, when we receive them, again, all about that. Why token holders should lock tokens for NFT cards, how benefits they will get back. So why token holders is actually a really, really good and interesting question. The reason why we want you guys to lock the tokens, like, first of all, as I said, you will get one NFT if you bought during the ICO, no matter if you lock tokens or not. What benefits you will get by locking tokens? You will get extra NFTs. And not only extra, but of course, those NFTs will be rarer. So will be more rare. And the reason for that, again, we cannot guarantee that the NFT will be valued something, but definitely is something that some people might be valued. I'm just thinking, if a big company, just imagine a big company that operates right now with credit cards, let's say, and if someone in that company would have printed a limited edition card, physical, of course, we're talking about like maybe 20, 30 years ago, and it would have printed a physical card, and you would have been one of those people who would have got that rare limited edition card, then it could potentially right now be worth something. I'm not saying these NFTs will be worth something in the future, but if an MTO were to be extremely successful in the future, as we all hope it will, then definitely this is something that people might be interested into getting that. Something actually I almost forgot about that, and actually thank you for the question because it actually get me to remind me this, is that, as I said, these different NFTs will have different rarities. And the more rare it becomes, the more important, of course, it becomes. In the future, we actually are planning, and we don't have any details yet because it's extremely early in the project for us to get there, but there will be some sort of tier system, I will call it. So depending on either transactions or how many tokens you hold or something like that, the more you get, the higher on the tier you get, the more benefits you will get. And those benefits could go, literally, could be anything. It could be either a smaller transaction fee when you're doing, or a smaller consumer protection fee for you to get that, or it could also be a higher interest rate on your staking when you get there. So again, guys, I'm just throwing ideas here. We don't know yet what these benefits will be, but there will definitely be benefits, because remember, what we are trying to build here is something that we want to encourage customers and merchants to actually follow. So if you are actually using MTO for your daily transactions or to buy things for yourself, we do want you, if you are a token holder, to be able to benefit them more from that. So of course, we will also be granting certain benefits or certain tiers for those who hold certain of these NFTs. So if you hold the rarest NFT, let's say, which you lock it, let's say, for 36 months, then at that point you will automatically be enrolled for the highest tier, because that will also give you more benefits when the project actually launches as well. So, and the reason why we want to lock tokens, it is simply the idea of reducing circulating supply. That is it, and I'm just being completely honest with you. The less supply that is circulating out there, the more chances we have that the price will go up. And of course, the higher the prices go, the more hype it will generate among the community and among everybody else. So it will be, of course, entirely up to you if you actually believe in the project and if you want to get this extra NFT. Because again, guys, this NFT, which it will be completely free from you for the exception of the gas fee that you will have to pay, which again will be built in Solana, so it's going to be less than $1, hopefully. We don't know how it's going to be later on. But definitely this is something that that we want you guys to feel rewarded about it. Also, there is the idea of whoever will sell those NFTs in the future, there will be the 5% tax, and those tokens will either be burned or will be returned back to the community as you guys will decide. So that's something I really wanted to make clear as well for you. Another question there is, why are we the best kept secret in the crypto market? Christopher Priest. Well, to be honest, nobody is actually here hiding this project. It was a really hyped project last year in August. Everybody kind of like was talking about it, but it seems that after the referral program ended, the whole, like those who were actually promoting an MTO stopped promoting it. There has been, of course, something that we can discuss here for hours about the lack of communication from the team, the lack of progress of certain things. But eventually it all comes down to what is the community doing as well. Because remember, guys, this is a decentralized project. The community, it is very important for the project. Once we have developed, we will have enough merchants and enough customers for us to generate enough volume. But right now that there is no volume coming from anything other than the token holders themselves, it will be up to the community for them to hype the project to get for us to get noticed by other people, because the idea behind this project, it is solid. It is a solid idea, and I just feel that this is important actually for everybody to know as well. So Malik, thank you for the question, and I will not go into the details at the moment about the chances of winning and not winning. There is no percentages as of now. As I said, the NFT idea is still on the draft, and this is something that I will actually, personally speaking, get you all the community involved into this. Certain specific, like for instance, the ones that the kind of NFT that will go to everybody in the ICO for the referral tokens and stuff, all those tokens will go only for that has been decided. But certain other decisions that we'll still have to take, you guys will be made aware of that, and I will want you to chip in on that, because I want to hear from you what it is. I'm expecting this to be ready somewhere in the next 6 months, to have kind of like the cards at least almost nearly ready. Remember that I do have to give time for the artist to actually produce the cards. I need to get someone to animate the cards, and I need to get someone to actually create them and put them into a 3D card. And then at the same time, I need to get the person who is going to develop the source code for the smart contract to create that. And once that is done, then that will become, this part here will become a lot more kind of like part of everything. But by then, of course, we will have taken all this decision, and all these points will be explained in the website. And the formula, I would say, that I'm assuming you are asking here, of who's going to win and how is that to be winned, that's going to be actually posted as well on the website as well. So that's actually just to come as well. But what we want to with this NFT, as I said, is to get as many people as possible to send their tokens. So I'm assuming it's going to be like every MTO that you send back will have, I don't know, will win you a kind of like a lottery ticket, I would say, that will give you one chance for you to win. Also, something I really have to work on the math on that side as well, because of course, someone who bought during the ICO, I would say at $3 will not be fair if someone that bought right now and sent a lot more tokens. So what I'm thinking is that the tokens that were, the amount of tokens that were locked, that were basically bought in your account on the launchpad, that will give you basically 3 times or 3 lottery tickets, 3 entries. And then all the tokens that you send above that number, then it's going to be counted as on a one-to-one basis. This is something, again, I still don't have the details, but I will be looking into that as well in the future anyway. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me. It's already over 35 minutes, and I really want a lot of people to be watching this. If you have any questions, just jump in the Telegram group here, and I will be more than happy to answer all your questions. Thank you so much, and have a good night. Bye-bye.